No relationship is perfect, and it's time to hear from Dwayne and Shanika about the little challenges they experience.
From how the relationship was going, I realized that this might go to marriage because sometimes Dwayne would drop a little hint here and then that. So I decided that it can't really go too far. My parents don't know, so I decided to tell them. And I called him and I said to him, Daddy, I have something to tell you. And he's like, what is it? So I said, no, you have to come. I told him true that I don't know how to tell him this. And I said, I think that he probably knows because I'm sure he probably would have been hearing some stuff because we saw a couple of persons who kind of figured out that there was something between us. And I finally got the courage and I told him. He wasn't so happy, but he didn't really get on top of his voice or anything like that. He wasn't really happy. He still tried to, get me to change my mind, but I told him no, that I couldn't. And eventually he understood. I told him that I told him first because I was hoping he would tell mommy for me. That wasn't gonna be so easy. But he did. He actually did talk to her about it. And things didn't really go so well after. They weren't really still all open arms or anything like that. But then my cousin, she's she's my cousin. I call her aunt because she's much older than me. She was here from England and she realized what was happening and she asked me what was the story behind it, and I told her that my parents don't really approve. So she said that she wants to meet Dwayne. And I said okay. She met him, and as usual, like everybody else, they fall for him. She loved him. She loved everything about him. She talked to my mother, and my mother is a Christian, so she told her that remember that Jesus was not from the best of family, and yet he's still Jesus, and we all proclaim that we love him and all of that. So why is it that she's gonna turn away another person's child because of something that's not his fault? And my mother eventually came around. I think she had cried too, but she eventually came around and she worked on my father for me. And eventually he was on the veranda, so we could hang out on the veranda and talk. Eventually he was in the house, eventually he started having dinner here.
It felt really great that they actually was coming around slowly, but any farmer come around for me, I would work with it. The proposal thing, I believe in the whole talking to the parents and all of that, so out of respect and all of that, right? So I first I talked to her and I did ask her what she think about me. I pulled my questions in a very tricky way. So I said, babe, what do you think about we getting married anytime? Because she wanted me to get married. She wanted me to ask a question probably like a year before. So I said, okay. So when I know that she was ready, I said to her, babe, just ask your mother and what she think about us getting, And then she did, and her mother said she don't really, that would have been all right. So I was like, wow, okay, cool. So I get the harder part now. I had to talk to the father. So I remember I rode my bicycle because he had a pig pen in a place called Lagwood or somewhere up that way. And I went to him and I was still helping with the pigs and all of that, and I was trying to work around until I get to that big question. So I said to him, eventually I said to him, really and truly, I want to get married to your daughter. That's why I come to ask if it's okay with you. Well, he never really retired. He just said, well, you have to talk to the mother about that. I said, yes. Because by this, the mother don't get the mother's approval. So, but him don't know that. So he said that now. But I say, really and truly, yeah. But I really like to hear what you have to say still. And I say, not big people, everyone can. Because they're not really the kind of emotional, mushy type. So they're kind of, yes, it's okay. Would be like, we're not big people, you can do it or whatever. Yeah? So when I kind of get the okay, go ahead from him, and I know that she got the go ahead from her mommy and all of that, I went and I tried the I remember we left from Mark Bay. We went to Kingston, and we went to Kingston for a different purpose. And I said, babe, how about we try some? Because I don't know your ring size or anything like that, you know, but we just try. This was like a week, 2 or 3 weeks before I proposed to her. I said, oh, and then we just need some jewelry. I think I even bought a watch that day. I said, why about it? We'll just try it. So we did, and then I realized that her ring size was 6. Our size was 6.5. It's all right. So then that was it. Now a week later, I went to the jewelry store. I bought her engagement ring. I was at home looking at it like, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do this? I had planned for us to go to Hope Gardens, right? And we went to Hope Gardens, and then we went to our gazebo, that special gazebo for us. In the evening when we was leaving Hope Gardens, the rain started falling. I went in my pocket and I was coming up with something while I was talking. First thing I came up with, it was a paper towel. So when I dig down the last time, I came up with a gold box, and she was looking at it, and she was like, babe, what are you doing? Is this free? And I said, babe, will you marry me? And then I opened the box and she saw the ring. She did.
I cried.
That was her reaction.
I really cried. Let's just say I couldn't stop talking. Whenever I'm like excited or nervous, I talk a lot. I didn't stop talking, and a lot of what I was saying wasn't making any sense either.
She didn't remember that she wanted to use the bathroom actually.
I completely forgot. I forgot that it was even raining, and I was even getting wet. Everybody was looking at me like I was so weird because I was talking a lot of nonsense.
Yeah, and she was really crying.
Really excited.
She didn't even allow me to get up back. When she said yes, she came down. She kneeled down where I was and hugged me up so tight. Yeah, and then she was like, I gotta call my friend. And she talked from Hope Gardens to Papine.
Coming up, the couple exchange vows.
Are you having sore throat, fever, coughing, headache, or runny nose? Take Cetamol Cold and Flu day or night. Ask your pharmacist for Cetamol Cold and Flu and get back to the happier you.
You may not have heard of Professor Arnold Beckett, but he knew a lot about you. As a pioneering scientist, he helped develop the concept of different vitamins for men and women, developing Well Man for me.
And for me, Well Woman, with iron contributing to energy release and vitamin D to help support my immune system.
Well Man and Well Woman are the UK's favourite vitamins for men and women.
Part of the award-winning Vitabiotics range.
Vitabiotics, the science of healthy living.
Available in pharmacies island-wide and distributed by Carimed Limited. Reach for DPH Cough and Cold for all your cold and flu symptoms, relief, rest, and ready again. Also available in children's formulation.